We've all seen the videos. The alarm hits 5 a.m., the lights flick on, and another carefully optimized human springs out of bed ready to conquer the day. The standard hustle culture routine demands a flawless sequence of events. You're supposed to plunge into an ice bath, write 3 pages in a gratitude journal, read a chapter of a business book, and finish a high-intensity workout all before the sun comes up. But try running that exact sequence when a 3-year-old wanders into your room at 5:15, the dog needs to go out, or you're exhausted from a late shift. This rigid checklist fractures the second it collides with a normal, unpredictable life. When the routine breaks, the guilt sets in. You feel like you failed the day before it even started. So you hit snooze, wake up late, and immediately grab your phone to start scrolling through notifications. We are trapped between 2 extremes. We either force ourselves through an exhausting, performative checklist, or we surrender completely and let the morning happen to us. There is a different way to approach the first hour of the day. Instead of a strict checklist, it relies on an anti-routine. The investor and founder Naval Ravikant has built a $4 billion company and a massive personal net worth, but he explicitly rejects the early rising dogma. Most mornings, he doesn't even set an alarm clock. He treats waking up as a biological process, letting his natural clock sync with the sunrise. Instead of rushing to be productive, his only priority is keeping his mind quiet and unburdened. This approach leverages the underlying mechanics of human neurology. The first 30 minutes after you open your eyes dictate how your brain will function for the next 15 hours. This chart shows the brain's electrical activity as it moves out of sleep. In this hypnopompic state, your brain physically shifts from slow, deep sleep theta waves into faster, alert alpha waves. During this window, your subconscious is highly receptive. If you grab your phone and start reading stressful emails or checking social media right now, you feed reactive, anxious inputs directly into a vulnerable brain. That sets a frantic emotional tone for the rest of the day. Elite operators don't cram 10 tasks into the early dawn. They fiercely protect this delicate transition state so they can think clearly when it actually matters. Turning that philosophy into a daily practice can be tricky, but author and investor Tim Ferriss found a practical middle ground. He uses a 3 out of 5 rule. He has 5 simple things he wants to do each morning. If he hits just 3 of them, he considers the morning a win. The pressure for perfection is completely gone. Building on this idea, the Planet Spark Guide outlines a flexible 3-phase architecture that replaces the brittle checklist. This table breaks down the routine into 3 phases. Phase 1 is activate. Instead of an intense gym session, this relies on biology. Drink some water, get natural sunlight, and do light movement to wake up. Next is the anchor phase. You skip the heavy journaling and just write down a single intention or priority. This clears your mind and gives the day a specific direction before any distractions hit. Finally, there's the accelerate phase. Before you look at anyone else's requests, you spend a block of uninterrupted time working on your most important task. And if your morning falls apart because you slept poorly or have an early meeting, you can compress all 3 phases into a 30-minute express version. You still get the structural benefits without spending hours doing it. A routine only works if you can maintain it. By using a modular system that scales to the time you actually have, you build a habit that bends instead of breaks. Actually executing this on a cold Tuesday morning requires removing willpower from the equation. You have to design your physical environment the night before. If you put a glass of water on your nightstand and plug your phone in across the room or outside the bedroom entirely, you literally cannot wake up and start doom scrolling. You can also flip how you use your clock. Instead of setting an alarm for when you need to wake up, set a strict alarm for when you need to go to bed. That ensures you get enough sleep to wake up naturally. A successful morning is rarely won at sunrise. It is triggered by the decisions you automated 12 hours earlier. If you step back and look at an average adult lifespan, you have roughly 25,000 mornings to work with. Fitness pioneer Jack LaLanne understood the weight of that number. For over 60 years, he followed the exact same physical routine every single morning, living a highly active life until he was 96. Health, productivity, and focus rarely collapse in a single dramatic moment. They erode through a slow buildup of wasted hours and reactive choices, or they compound into something remarkable through quiet, daily repetition. You don't need a grueling, highly curated checklist to see those compounding returns. Stop trying to build an elaborate, expensive ceiling. Just build a non-negotiable floor, a basic, adaptable structure you can hit even on your worst days. The secret to a high-performing life isn't waking up at 4 a.m. to sit in an ice bath. It is simple, sustainable consistency. And you get another chance to practice it, starting tomorrow morning.